This is Louver Boys podcast. Timothy's going to start us off with a candy tier list that we are going to contest if there is a disagreement.
Right. So I have in a hat a bunch of slips of paper that have, different Halloween candies on them. We're going to go around and pick, a candy at random out of the hat, and then I will give it my rating and maybe like a little bit about why. Some of them are going to be very self-explanatory, and some of them are going to be very contentious. And so then if you guys have any issues, you can pose them. We have a friendly debate about this.
It's not going to be friendly.
You will be wrong.
We're not friends.
Okay, so I'll begin. I'm picking Nerds. Nerds are like a solid D tier candy. It is sugar coated sugar, and as soon as you crunch into the sugar inner part, all flavor disappears, and the entire flavor profile is, wow, this is so sweet.
I would like to counter.
All right.
When I was younger and my mom was working late, I would take packs of Nerds, pour them into a bowl, and eat them with a spoon for dinner.
No way.
So, have you ever
Is that a cereal?
Have you ever had Nerd soup before?
Wait, was there water?
No.
Okay.
There's no soup base. There's no soup. Okay. You had
rice.
Nerd rice is. I'll take that.
Right. So you're basically it's essentially just eating Nerds, but now we're using a spoon.
You're introducing complexity.
Yeah, to the product.
A simple food.
Exactly. Does that change your mind at all?
Wait, does that bring it up or down? Is that a happy memory for you?
It depends. Are you like Child Protective Services, or are you me when I'm 11 years old eating that for dinner after 5th grade?
So that caters to nostalgia, and I also have one of those. My brothers and I would put multiple boxes of Nerds in our mouth at once, and it was incredible to a little kid because, as you said, it's sugar-coated sugar, and it was the best thing we could find.
I think I remember enjoying them as a child, and then I think at about age 10, I also as a child would reach my hand into the sugar jar and pull out a handful of sugar.
Raw
and
sugar.
Eat that. Yeah, raw sugar. Just
Wow.
straight eat it. And I did that until one time I grabbed a handful of salt because they were indistinguishable and I couldn't really read. And
It's a trick in the book.
And then I was like, I think I'm past
All right,
it.
so nostalgia aside, I also agree that Nerds is a D tier Halloween candy. Nostalgia aside.
I agree. I honestly do. I had Nerd soup recently, and it did not hold up.
This tier list is A to Z, yeah?
No.
Is Sam being the Nerds?
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I can get behind on D tier for not catering to nostalgia.
Yeah. I think that we should, however, lay out, should nostalgia play into this, because they are Halloween candies that we experience as children.
I think the only way it would raise an objective rating is if we all had enough nostalgia behind Nerds.
Okay, fair.
But the problem with using your childhood rankings to do it now is that great candies that you hate when you're a child are great now. Like an Almond Joy, you don't like when you're a kid, but nowadays you do enjoy it. I hate an Almond Joy.
I don't.
You don't?
You don't like Almond Joys?
Yeah, I don't
Correct.
think. I don't
Still.
think. I've gotten
Actually,
that.
I will probably give every one of these a D tier except for Snickers, which is absolutely incredible.
You've played your whole hand just now.
Exactly.
That's okay.
What are we talking
What if I don't
about?
draw it?
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
All right, let's see what happens.
Right. Let's see what it is.
All right. Oh my God, I can't believe I picked this one. I got Dots.
Perhaps the worst candy. I think that is a F tier candy.
I love Dots.
What?
I love them
No
with
way.
a burning passion.
As far as fruit candy goes,
Mhm.
that is so low on the rankings,
Mm.
especially when you're thinking of comparing them to things like Starbursts and like Sweet Tarts.
Or bananas?
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
Or just-
Starbursts are great, but they know it. Dots are $1 for a big old box. They have a crossword puzzle on the back. You get to take them off. You get to put them like nipples over your nipples, and then they get stuck in your teeth for like the rest of the evening.
Right.
I
And
love everything about
that's
that.
a positive
These
for
are
you.
every single thing I said was a positive.
Saying that it is $1 for a box, it doesn't hold for me, because any of those boxes at Walmart are $1. I think even Mike and Ike's rank higher over Dots.
This is
I will agree with
absurd.
that.
Mike and Ike's is just a better Dots.
I agree. That's 3-1.
They're less squishy. Okay, I mean, I will
All right.
concede for
Okay.
time's sake, but I am not happy about it.
All right, moving on. All right, Heath bar.
See, this is one of those candies. As I was writing them out, I was like, man, some of these I can't really tell you what a Heath bar tastes like. I vaguely remember it having a layer of crunch.
Right. Well, the crunch is more of a hard caramely, right? So it's not like a necessarily crunch bar. It is
Right,
like a nougat caramel that's crackled within.
Yeah, see, I don't think these ever sat super well with me. Like a Heath bar, the fact that it doesn't stand out enough in my mind to really care about it tells me it's also D at best.
For me personally, as a kid, I didn't like how it looked so close to the word health bar. And I wanted nothing to do with that as a Halloween candy.
Yeah.
And secondly, I think where this brand really shined is in that the hardening agent that you put over ice cream, like the turtle. They had a Heath version, and I think that's where this candy really
I can agree
it did
with
its
that.
best work. But moving on.
All right. Please be Snickers. Please be Snickers. Please. We got Crunch.
Oh, this
A
is an
classic.
excellent candy. I think Crunch bars are terrific. The crispy, like the crunchy Crispies. Wow,
Yeah, it's true.
that is a texture unparalleled, and that you didn't find in the rest of the candies. Like peanuts are in plenty of candies, but
Crackle.
Are those not the same?
In the Hershey's,
Crackle
they're
is
not.
a
No, 'cause it's
knockoff
Nestle.
Crunch.
Crackle
it's
is
Nestle-
Crunch.
No, but it's Nestle versus it's the chocolate at that point.
Okay,
not
but
the
that's not
crunch.
gonna be in this hat, so it is Crunch.
I think Crunch is S tier. I loved getting Crunch.
S?
S.
S?
Dude, have you had a Snickers?
dude, there can be more than one S tier.
Yeah, but they should be almost equivocal within the S tier. And
Right,
Snickers,
I do think that
Yeah,
Crackle belongs in S tier.
this is
absurd.
Crunch.
This is Crunch. We're
But
talking
whatever,
Crunch
whatever.
specifically.
It's the same. We've agreed it's the same thing. Well, I didn't, but you guys definitely said it was
Yeah,
the
I
same
think
thing.
Crunch is an S tier. I think that's an incredible candy. Every time I saw, like, that's a candy I would trade for. Did you guys do like Halloween candy trading post treat?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Good. That's where we all learned the barter system, and I think that was an S tier. That was one I was vying for every Halloween.
Okay, you don't agree. I get it, Sam, but I think we should move on.
B tier at best.
C tier at
No
best.
way.
This averages out to an
And
A
here it
minus.
is.
Oh,
The
S
Snicker-
tier, Snickers.
The Snickers bar.
S tier.
See, here's my controversial opinion on Snickers bars. I think that this was like the best full-size candy to get, maybe tied with Butterfinger. But when they were the little squares, it just didn't hold up as well as downsizing some of the other candies. Like a Three Musketeers little square, great. But the
Right.
fun-size Snickers
Right.
left you unsatisfied.
All right, I get that. I hadn't had a Snickers since I was like probably 10. I don't think I really cared about them when I was getting Halloween candy. But this past year, I got a Snickers at the university, and I just bought one offhand, whatever, didn't think much of it. And it changed my life. And I bought one every day for the rest of the year. And I still buy them.
What if I told you that I had the same experience? I had not had a Snickers in years, half of a decade, some would say. And I went to the store one day, and I was like, what am I going to get? I need like something to satisfy me. And the advertising got to me.
It
I was
did it,
like,
man.
I was like, I'm hungry and I'm not me right now. I need something to satisfy.
I'm
and I was like,
dissociating
is this
terribly.
Snicker really going to like do this for me?
Yes.
And it does.
They really do have some of the best positioning. Like their tag is like Snickers is for snackers who are looking to fuel up, and we do that because we have peanuts packed in our bars.
Yeah.
It like they're advertising. They're an advertising success story.
I want to believe it's not the advertising that like changed my mind on this. I just had one, and it doesn't matter if I'd ever heard of it before. It just slapped me in the face, and I bought one for the rest of the year.
I can attest to that because I remember seeing Sam soon afterwards, and he was like, "When's the last time you've had a Snickers bar?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know." Or he was like, "Have you had a Snickers bar?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Clearly not, because you just didn't buy one. We were at a grocery store, and he was like, you didn't purchase one, so obviously you hadn't." And he was right. Yeah. Okay. So Snickers. So the little Snickers bars, high B to low A. A big Snickers bar is an S.
All right, what's next? What's next?
Milk Duds. F.
Eh,
Terrible.
not a huge
I
fan.
can't say I support.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. No.
That's a
contest.
dud.
Easy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love when we all get along. All right. Reese's Cups.
Great.
D.
They're great.
What?
D.
Blasphemous.
No
I
way.
don't like Reese's cups. That I knew that this was gonna be my most contentious point this whole time. I don't like Reese's cups.
This
We
is an
need
incorrect
justification.
opinion.
I remember when I was very young liking them, and I don't know what happened, but I remember trying one and being like, the chocolate isn't very good, the peanut butter isn't very good.
Think about Reese's Puffs. Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs, peanut butter,
Peanut butter
chocolate,
chocolate
flavor.
flavor.
No, Reese's Puffs are excellent, and I'll get behind that. But a Reese's peanut butter cup doesn't sit right with me.
All right,
I
that's
don't like them.
definitely a personal thing.
Yeah, there's absolutely no
absolutely,
backing
yeah.
to this.
A tier.
You know what's crazy?
I
is,
agree. A tier.
I'll give it A tier too, just because
Wait, what tier are you
practicality.
giving? I was just asking for A tier.
Oh, I see. I can't cry on command. I'm not that good of an actor.
So good.
Thank you. They sell the Reese's peanut butter in a jar at the store. Did you guys know that?
Really?
Yeah,
No.
it's a disaster.
That can't
It
be
is
good.
not good for you, and it's not good to taste.
What is the use case for that?
What do you mean?
Would you put it on a PB&J? Is that what they want?
I don't know what they're asking
You
for.
mean an RPB&J? A Reese's peanut butter and jelly?
I do mean an RPB&J.
I still needed to drop that because I still can't get over it.
No, thank you. All right.
Actually, wait,
moving
I have
on.
one more anecdotal story about Reese's
Do
Cups.
you?
I was sitting across from Sam in the library, and it was during finals week, and during finals week, sometimes they would bring candy around. And so Sam gets a Reese's peanut butter cup, which I was fine with. And he opens it up, he unwraps it, he opens it up, he puts it in his mouth, and then he spits it back out. And I was like, perhaps he's seen the light. And he goes, there's a wrapper on this. And I was like, Sam, are you so deep in studying that you didn't take off the wrapper? He's like, no, I've eaten thousands of these, and I took the wrapper off, and there was another wrapper.
It was double wrapped. I had the wrapper in my hand, and I still ate one with the wrapper on.
Classic prank.
He was like, I was so in robot mode that I took the wrapper off, didn't realize that there was another one, and put it straight into my mouth. And he just sat there looking at it like this was double wrapped. It was an incredible
It's
moment.
like a system malfunction. Like you were not programmed to understand two wrappers at the time.
Unbelievable. All right, moving on. We have Butterfingers.
That's an S tier for me. I love Butterfingers.
That
Man.
checks out. I've watched him play sports.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Something about your mom.
Oh.
I think that Butterfingers stands very unique outside of other chocolate-based Halloween candies. I don't know if I would personally put it S tier. I would say it's a solid B. Like I will eat it, and I will comprehend that it is a novel flavor amongst the
Absolutely.
crowd, but definitely not putting it.
The thing with Butterfingers is I have no idea what's going on inside of that thing. I could not tell you what the content of that is. It's
And
like
the mystery there,
I don't know what's happening.
elevated.
I'm like my mouth has never tasted anything that's like so. It's like flaky. It's like
It is. It's flaky and
I-
buttery.
Oh, oof.
I can't explain it. It's unexplainable.
It's like if a kid made a puff pastry, because it's like flaky, but it's still so like dense and
Gosh,
candy.
I don't even know what a puff pastry is. If I'm being honest.
If a child made it,
Yeah, well, if you described a puff pastry to a child,
and then he went into the kitchen and said,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I was
make
like-
that.
yeah, I'm gonna make something flaky and like layered,
All right.
and it's just like pure candy sugar.
All right. Well, this has
Love
been really fun,
Butterfinger.
but I do have some bad news that we are out of time, but there are plenty of options left in the hat, so maybe we can just make this a recurring segment for next week.
Yeah, I guess if
If it
we're still
goes
doing
well.
Halloween,
There's no reason.
well, it's
What do
still
you
it's
mean?
still October.
It's the 1st of October.
Yeah,
We have the full 31 days.
Okay, yeah. So we'll bring this back.